NSW Ports, we keep Australia moving. As an island nation, our port and rail assets support the import and export of goods for the people and businesses of New South Wales and Australia. Our key trade gateways are critical to the economic growth and prosperity of the state and nation, contributing $13.6 billion annually to the New South Wales economy while supporting more than 64,000 jobs. Our investors are leading financial institutions representing over 9 million Australian super fund members, which means we're helping to support the retirement of around 1 in 3 Australians. Port Botany is Australia's premier port, handling around 1/3 of Australia's container trade and almost all of New South Wales containers. The port plays an important role servicing Greater Sydney's people and businesses, with more than 90% of all import containers delivered within 50 kilometres of Port Botany. In fact, if you live in Greater Sydney, 42% of everything in your household has arrived in a container via Port Botany. The largest vessels visiting Port Botany today can carry more than 10,000 20-foot equivalent units, or TEUs, which is the standard measurement of a shipping container. That's roughly the size of 3 football fields and as high as a 15-storey building. Port Botany is already equipped to handle larger vessels, which can carry up to 15,000 TEUs. Port Botany is the only port in Australia with on-dock rail at all 3 of its container terminals, saving time and money by removing double handling of containers by trucks. Port Botany is connected by dedicated freight rail to a network of Metropolitan Rail intermodal terminals servicing Greater Sydney, and is also connected by rail to regional New South Wales and interstate locations. Moving more containers by rail is a key part of our strategy to sustainably support New South Wales' growing container trade. Our goal is to move 3 million TEU by rail each year, which will help reduce the growth of trucks on roads. In fact, for every 1 million TEU moved by rail each year, there are 900 fewer truck movements to and from the port each day. Port Botany is also home to Australia's largest multi-user bulk liquids facility, handling 1/3 of the state's fuel needs, New South Wales bitumen supply, chemicals for manufacturing and LPG. Through its diversified trade, Port Kembla has an essential role in supporting the trade needs of New South Wales and will be a critical part of the state's green energy future. Port Kembla handles almost all of the state's motor vehicle imports, as well as the import and export of agricultural products, minerals, dry and liquid bulk cargo and project cargo such as tunnel boring machines and trains. Port Kembla is a key construction hub for New South Wales, handling products such as cement and gypsum. Additionally, the port handles renewable energy components to support the development of onshore wind and solar farms. We have unveiled concept plans for a port facility to support the offshore wind industry off the New South Wales coast, and the port is expected to support hydrogen and critical minerals in the longer term. We continue to diversify the trades handled at the port, including the development of Australia's first LNG import gas terminal. Looking to the future, Port Kembla has been identified as the state's next container terminal, based on its proximity to Sydney and Western Sydney's growing population and employment lands. The Enfield Intermodal Logistics Centre is a key rail-based logistics hub. Centrally located just 18 kilometres from Port Botany, it offers direct connections into the port on freight-only rail, as well as rail connections to regional New South Wales. The Enfield Intermodal Logistics Centre also includes facilities for logistics services and the packing, unpacking and warehousing of goods. As the largest empty container storage facility in Australia, the Cooks River Intermodal Terminal is located 8 kilometres from Port Botany on the dedicated freight rail line, making it a key staging ground for containers. Sustainability is central to our actions, with a focus on stewarding forecast growth, championing decarbonisation, building resilience and supporting thriving communities. To support this, we're leading the nation as Australia's only ports with an environmental incentive scheme recognised by the World Port Sustainability Programme. The scheme rewards ships with higher standards of emissions performance. We partner with a range of community groups making positive contributions across our local neighbourhoods. Together, we are focused on making our communities better places to live, work, learn and play. By operating sustainably, we can continue to support the state's growing freight needs to keep goods moving, the economy of New South Wales and Australia thriving, while supporting the lives and livelihoods of all Australians.